Namaste and welcome back to Astro Divas. We are talking about the weekly predictions for the week of 2nd of August to 8th of August. And this week is genuinely a busy one with two major transits happening back to back, and the moon travels across multiple signs touching different areas of our life each day. Now, the forecast is prepared ascendant wise, but you can also check it from the moon sign for the fuller picture. So, let us begin. Welcome to all the Aries rising. Aries, we have five transit this week. Three belongs to the moon, and the remaining two are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you are going to feel this week. So, on 2nd of August, the moon will join Saturn in Pisces in your 12th house. The week opens on a quiet, sober note, while Saturn demands solitude and rest. Exalted Jupiter's protective aspect ensures behind the scene efforts bring spiritual peace. So, set firm boundaries and allow yourself quiet space to recharge. Then on 4th of August, moon moves into your first house in the sign of Aries. So your core energy and vitality surge back, making you feel dynamic, magnetic, and ready to take direct personal initiative. These are great 2 days to make your presence and crack those deals. Now, on August 7th, the moon is entering Taurus in your second house, house of values and family wealth. So, your focus grounds into financial stability, seeking practical comfort and physical security as the week wraps up. And this is a good time to indulge in food to nourish yourself and your loved ones. Now, the major transit of this week is happening on 2nd of August when Mars, your Lagna Lord and your 8th Lord, enters the sign of Gemini in your third house. Third house is our courage, our efforts, and communication. Now, Mars loves this placement at third house, represents courage, and Mars is a warrior. So, if you have been holding back on launching a project, pitching a big idea, or publishing your content, this is your green light. Mars gives you the raw push to set up and put your work out there with complete confidence. What's your tone in daily conversation though? Because Mars is a very fiery planet and going in the house of communication. So Mars makes your mind and speech super fast. So pause before sending an impulsive text or getting drawn into a petty argument with colleagues or with your siblings. Now, because your mind will be racing with 10 different ideas at once, try not to scatter your energy. Pick one or two main goals for this week and use this extra momentum to knock them out completely. Now, expect a fast paced week filled with short work trips, local meetings, or a lot of back and forth emails. Your bosses and clients are going to notice your initiative, so show up strong and take charge. Now, from the third house, Mars casts its powerful aspect onto 6th, ninth, and 10th house. Mars's three aspects, bringing a massive boost for workplace recognition, bold career growth, and higher learning. Though you must avoid ego battle with colleagues or with your mentors. Now, physical restlessness can easily creep in because your nervous system will be running on high gear. So, channel that excess heat into workout or anything to do productively, or maybe solid daily walk. So the nervous energy doesn't turn into a burnout. Now, the next transit is when Mercury is entering Cancer. This is happening on August 5th, and Mercury is your third and sixth lord entering into the fourth house. So your home and domestic life gets a major boost of mental energy and lively conversation this week. Mercury represents intelligence and communication. Expect a lot of back and forth planning around family matters, home organization, or meaningful discussion with loved ones right in your living space. Now, because Mercury carries your daily task and to-do list into your domestic zone because it's third and sixth lord, it's easy to feel mentally restless or start overthinking your household chores. Now, let the exalted Jupiter calm your mind and intentionally pause so you don't bring daily work stress into your home sanctuary. Now, with three planets sitting in your fourth house at once, avoid making any impulsive or emotionally charged decisions about buying property, signing new lease, or taking major home loans without double checking the fine print. But yes, all of these are on the cards, and you're blessed because all of these beautiful planets, they are making space in your fourth house. Now, keep your tone warm and patient with family members, especially your mother. The sun is in your domestic space, and which can make you accidentally talk like an office manager at the dinner table. So, choose gentle listening over trying to direct or control everyone at home. Now, if you have been planning to renovate your home, or that we have spoken, even buying a property, paperwork, or thinking about buying a vehicle or electronics for your home, this planetary cluster gives you incredible boost or supportive wisdom to make the right choice. Now, all of these three planets will aspect the 10th house of career to give you a strong professional backing from bosses, from senior, from your work colleagues. But do keep a close eye on your chest, heart region, and overall your emotional strain during this week. Very good for people who are wanting to initiate something at their workplace. Now, with this, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high. The moon in your sign in the midweek, paired with Mars in your third house, gives you exceptional drive, courage, and personal visibility this week. Career and finance is high. Multiple planetary aspect on your 10th house bring executive focus, rapid problem solving, and key workplace victories. Now, social life is also medium. You are active in communication, but domestic fourth house energize or make you prefer close-knit family time over large public gathering. Now, love and relationship is medium. Deep emotional sensitivity is required, so keep your communication calm and avoid letting sharp words trigger unnecessary household friction. Health is low, so because mental pace is fast this week, and 12th house pressure is also there because moon is traveling through your 12th house, so which requires your sleep cycle or watch your heart region and pacing yourself this week. Now, one remedy for this week is channel your intense mental and physical energy of Mars productively by maybe going for a walk, hitting your gym, or chanting Hanuman Chalisa daily is also a very good idea. And to all the pioneers of the zodiac, wishing you a week of grit and glory as you navigate these powerful energies. And if you want a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need any tailored guidance to navigate your current planetary periods, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given below on the screen. All the best to all the Aries. Welcome to all the Taurus rising. The Taurus, we have a very busy week. We have two major transits and then three transits, which belongs to Moon. A lot of action this week. But let us begin with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. On August 2nd, the moon joins Saturn in the sign of Pisces. This is happening in your 11th house. So the week opens with a serious focus on your social circle, your friends, your long term goals, and Saturn urges realistic caution. But I can see exalted Jupiter is also giving a wise support and a wise aspect. So approach group discussion with patience and clear structure. On August 4th, the moon moves into Aries in your 12th house. So your energy turns inwards and inviting you to rest, recharge your emotional battery, and enjoy a quiet, low profile midweek window. Now, on August 7th, the moon is entering your sign Taurus in your first house in your Lagna. So, your vitality, your personal magnetism returns strongly, and which is bringing your focus back on yourself, your self care, your goals, your life decisions, and emotional grounding. This is a very good 2 days to pamper yourself for a special meal, going for a spa, going for a facial, or spending time with your loved ones. Now, the major transit is happening on 2nd of August when Mars, your seventh lord of relationship and 12th lord of expenditure, enters the sign of Gemini in your second house of wealth, family, and speech. Here is what to expect. Your financial management becomes much sharper now. But as the 12th Lord enters the second house, family related expenses can suddenly shoot up, making it vital to organize accounts and avoid impulsive spending. You must consciously watch your speech as well with family, as your words can become unusually sharp and direct. Pausing before reacting will prevent accidental friction or and protect household peace. Now, this is a phenomenal transit for detailed intellectual work around your resources, giving you brain the drive to analyze assets, optimize budget, or build brand new income stream. Now, because Mars is your seventh lord transiting 8 house away from its own sign, expect sudden intense transformation in marriage with your spouse or even in your business partnership. Now, that requires extra patience and active efforts to resolve. Some sudden changes can arise, so handle it with patience and double check all financial paperwork, text messages, and online transactions carefully, as Rushing through details can easily lead into small careless errors or costly misunderstanding. Now, from a health standpoint, fiery Mars in your second house urges you to watch out for your teeth, throat sensitivity while guarding against rushed impulsive eating habits that can upset your digestion. So, stay away from spicy speech and spicy food. Mars from here will aspect your fifth, eighth, and ninth house. Mars has three aspects. So, warning you against risky financial speculation. And though its eighth aspect is exalted on the ninth house, which is good, ensuring underlying luck works strongly to keep you protected. Now, this is a good one, Taurus, as your luck will come for a rescue in case required. Now, the second transit for this week, the main one, is on 5th of August when Mercury, your second lord of wealth and fifth lord of intelligence, enters in the sign of Cancer into your third house of your communication. And we can see Sun and exalted Jupiter already there. So let's see what all can come to the surface. First is financial focus shifts entirely towards your self efforts and daily initiatives, making this an very active window for negotiating contract, communicating about finance, about money, or making short business related trip. Your creative intelligence and investments enter a highly innovative phase with exalted Jupiter anchoring your mind and communication to protect your capital from being swept away by sudden emotional impulses. This is good. Now, expect gains from creative initiatives, especially if you are a content creator, artist, or have special skills, especially the things that you make with your hands. Now, this is a good week to launch your YouTube channel, your Insta channel, your Facebook channel, whatever, or bring your skills online and show it to the world. Now, because Mercury sits in an emotional sign of Cancer, sometimes the logic can easily get colored by mood swings. Try not to take workplace messages or conversation with siblings too personally. Stay grounded in facts rather than emotional overthinking. Now, because the third house rules hand-on skills, this is excellent window for learning new tools, writing, digital media, fine-tuning communication system without letting emotional bias cloud your logic. Now, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter collectively are casting a powerful aspect onto your ninth house of luck, evaporating long-standing legal or education obstacles that can bring major structured progress to your destiny. This is a very good and blessed aspect. Now, watch out for mental overload and sensory burnout as all these three planets will compress massive energy into your communication, courage, and daily routine. So, take time to stretch, especially your neck, your shoulders, to release your physical tension because a lot of action you will be doing, Taurus. Now, with this, let's look at your weekly indicator. Now, personal is high, the moon entering into your own sign at the weekend, paired with a potent third house, gives you exceptional courage, self initiative, and personal presence. Career is medium. Social life is high. The week begins with strong 11th house network gains, and love and relationship medium. And health is medium. So keep your nervous system calm, protect your throat and digestion, and manage mental pace to prevent midweek sensory exhaustion. One more remedy I want to share here with you is practice gentle, respectful speech at home and donate wholesome food or fresh water to those in need. The simple act of kindness calms the fiery energy of Mars in your speech sector, and it will also please your transits this week and protect your family peace. So, to all the grounded builders of the zodiac, wishing you a week of steady growth, financial clarity, and emotional resilience as you navigate these transits. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need a tailored guidance for your own current planetary dasha period, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all the Taurus. Welcome to all the Gemini rising. Gemini, we have five transit this week. Three of them belongs to the moon and two are major planetary moves bringing a lot of action this week. But let's start with Moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. So, on August 2nd, Moon joins Saturn in the sign of Pisces in your 10th house. Now, professional duties feel heavy and demanding. Saturn asks for steady endurance under workplace pressure, while Jupiter is aspecting. So Jupiter's aspect promises mentor guidance and quiet protection. So stay disciplined, pace your workload, and lead with composure. On 4th of August, the moon shifts into Aries in your 11th house. So your social circle lights up, opening doors for fruitful networking, financial gains, and collaboration with friends. Now, on August 7th, with Moon moving into Taurus in your 12th house, your energy turns inward, inviting you to slow down, protect your peace, and recharge quietly over the weekend coming. Now, let's talk about the first transit for this month, which is happening on 2nd of August. Mars, your sixth lord of daily struggle and 11th lord of gains, is entering the sign of Gemini into your first house. First house is your body, your mind, yourself, your identity. So, let's see what can come to the surface. As Mars lands directly on your Lagna, your first house, your core drive and your ambitions surge, making you direct, highly assertive, and completely unwilling to wait around for things to happen. Now, fire meets air in your Lagna, causing your body to carry more heat and impatience, making it vital to channel this restless drive into workout routines rather than letting it spill into arguments. Now, because Mars rules your sixth house, old health matters can resurface or workplace tension may need direct handling, giving you the courage to fight back and resolve stuck issues strategically. Serving as your 11th Lord of Gains, Mars sharply boosts your financial ambition and social drive, encouraging bold moves towards long term goals. As long as ambition doesn't turn into aggression, it's all good. Now, Mars will aspect fourth, seventh, and eighth house from the first house, while receiving Rahu's fifth aspect from Aquarius as well, amplifying your impulsiveness. So, handle home friction, joint finances, and spouse relationship with extra patience this week. Better is to avoid getting into any serious discussion. Now, from health perspective, watch out for high blood pressure, headaches, or forehead tension, and move mindfully to prevent minor cuts, burns, or physical injuries from any rushed moments. Now, the next transit is happening on 5th of August when Mercury, your own ruler, Lagna Lord, and 4th Lord enters the sign of Cancer in your second house of wealth. Now, let's see what all can happen here. I can see exalted Jupiter and Sun also sitting there. Yes, there are three planets into your second house. So, first thing is your Lagna Lord is entering your second house. So, how you speak, or how you manage your family finances directly reflect your personal identity and core focus this month starting this week, because Mercury will stay here for a few days. Now, Mercury joins your third Lord Sun and exalted seventh and tenth Lord Jupiter here, creating a very powerful combination for earning through family business, real estate, or professional consultation, or from your own effort. Now, Mercury sitting in a water sign can emotionally color your logic sometimes, so potentially causing overthinking or a small family flare up with cousins, with in laws. Though exalted Jupiter will ensure this tension resolves gracefully, but still watch out. Now, all three planets from the second house, along with Mars, is also everybody's casting aspect onto your eighth house. On four planets are aspecting, lot of eyes on the eighth house. This is bringing sudden conversation around inheritance, joint assets, or unearned wealth to the surface. Also, as your fourth lord of mother is going into the second house of wealth, it is indicating to, for a family inheritance, or maybe your mother signs a will in your favor. All of this can happen this week. Now, your diet comes into strong focus as you crave home cooked comfort meals, but keep a close eye on your throat, teeth, mouth, and speech related health during these weeks. Now let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high. Mars sitting to your Lagna gives you immense physical drive, razor sharp focus, and bold personal initiative. Career and finance is high. Social is high. Love is medium because Mars is aspecting your seventh house. So you need to take care. Do not dominate. And health and daily routine is low. So Mars on your body brings excess heat, blood pressure, sensitivity, and potential for rushed minor injuries requiring conscious grounding. So other than giving you energy, it will give you a lot of speed and a lot of rushed movements. So you need to take care of that. One remedy here for this week is chanting Vishnu Sahasranama or even listening to it, because it is very difficult to chant. It's all in Sanskrit. Or another good remedy is taking care of your house plants, indoor, outdoor. This will strengthen your Lagna Mercury. So always take care of the house plants that you have. I am also a Virgo rising, and Mercury is my ruler, and I have around 200 plants indoor and maybe 100 of them outside. And I love to take care of them. And this strengthens the Lagna Lord, which is always good for us. So, to all the dynamic thinkers of the zodiac, Wishing you a week of sharp focus, strategic action, and emotional clarity as you navigate this transit. And if you want a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need any tailored guidance for your current planetary transits, Dasha, please feel free to connect with me on the contact number given on the screen. All the best to all the Gemini rising. Welcome to all the Cancer rising. Cancer, we have five transit this week. Three of them belongs to the moon, your ruler, your Lagna, and the remaining two are major planetary moves, which is bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. On August 2nd, the moon joins Saturn in Pisces in your ninth house. So your mind turns to serious long-term plans and obligations. Saturn calls for grounded pragmatism, but you are getting an exalted Jupiter sitting in your Lagna, which is giving you a profound wisdom. So lean into spiritual reflection and seek advice from trusted mentors. Now, on August 4th, when the moon moves into Aries in your 10th house of career, your focus shifts towards career goals, public visibility, and leadership, and taking charge of key professional tasks. These are good 2 days to present, to negotiate, and to reach out to your colleagues and seniors for support and guidance. Now, on August 2nd, the moon enters Taurus in your 11th house. Now, your week wraps up with strong social connections, network gains, and uplifting moments with close friends. So, you can plan to spend some time with your friends or some outing or organizing a get together. Now let's talk about the first transit happening this week. This is happening on August 2nd when Mars, your auspicious yoga karka, ruling your 5th and 10th house, is entering Gemini in your 12th house of foreign matter. Now, Mars brings intense behind the scene drive when it is there in the 12th house, energizing, quiet initiatives, creative work, especially done in solitude, and strategic career moves that you are not ready to reveal publicly just yet. Just keep just keep hush hush about anything that you're planning to start now, because Mars rules your 5th and 10th house. Brilliant planet for you. Expect sudden expenses on creative projects, buying things that supports your work or profession, like a laptop or a new phone or maybe a new work desk. You can also spend on your children, and also lot of foreign role, remote work, or MNC. If you're working with MNC, where your efforts will get a quiet boost. Potential transit to get a job overseas as well, or connect with some foreign deals is also on the cards. Now, Mars from here will aspect third, sixth, and seventh house. Mars has three aspects. So this is sharpening your voice, because it's aspecting third house of communication, resolving workplace rivalries, and requiring extra care for your spouse health. Donating medicine is a potential classical remedy to offset hospital related expenses. Now, remember, 12th house represents hospital, and Mars from 12th will aspect your 7th house, which is your spouse. It will aspect your 6th house, which is your pets, and it is aspecting 3rd house, which is your siblings, especially younger siblings. So you need to pay close attention to all three of them, because this sudden hospitalization can happen, and the best remedy to do is buying medicine proactively and donating it to the needy to avoid all these things to happen. Now, interestingly, we if we consider Rahu's fifth aspect from Aquarius sign, this is also landing onto your 12th house, amplifying foreign settlement desire. Rahu is a foreign planet, and your private ambition and unseen moves are also given a boost by Rahu, though you must guard against hasty or impulsive action, because Rahu is a planet of suddenness. Now, pay close attention to yourself, also your body, by protecting your sleep cycle, resting your mind at night, and watching out for strain or heat affecting your feet, ankle, and your eyes, especially your left eye. Now, the second transit for this week is on August 5th, when Mercury, your third lord of efforts and 12th lord of foreign, moves into the sign of Cancer in your first house. First house is you yourself. Now, Mercury is pairing here with exalted Jupiter on your Lagna and beautifully enhancing your intuition, emotional intelligence, and learning capacity as well, while Sun is adding noticeable presence, confidence, and respect to your personality. You would be expressing and communicating more clearly, and you may plan a foreign trip or book a spa retreat for yourself this week. Now, as your third and 12th Lord steps into your Lagna, your communication becomes deeply personal, driving important phone calls, talking to your siblings, interaction or short trips, talking to your work colleagues, to your neighbors, all of this. And thoughts about foreign move will also happen, or maybe booking a private retreat. Now, sitting onto your Lagna, Mercury can color logic with emotion. Why? Because Cancer is a water sign and Mercury is our logic, leading to overthinking or taking things personally. But I'm sure exalted Jupiter acts like a divine shield, ensuring emotional flare up resolve gracefully, but still you need to watch out for these. Now, all these three planets from your first house, from your Lagna, is aspecting alongside Moon, actually Mars also from the 10th, is casting concentrated aspect onto your seventh house. So, four planets, too many eyes on your marriage house. So, bringing marriage and partnership discussion to the forefront, too much focus is there, too much attention will go there. The advice here is don't rush into signing contracts because so many planets are aspecting, so many things can come to the surface. Do it, but do it after you double check and lot of eyes on your spouse and marriage. So keep patience with your partner this week. Now, because three planets from Lagna places heavy demands on your personal vitality because they're all sitting on your first house. So you need to prioritize your rest, keep your daily schedule manageable, and avoid mental and physical exhaustion. As people will not stop, they will come to you to seek guidance or advice. So watch how much you can extend yourself. With this, let's also look at your indicator. Personal is high, career is high, social is high, love is medium, and health is low. Now, 12th house Mars requires active sleep protection, reduced overthinking, and managing general fatigue. Now, one more remedy I want to share with you here, Cancerian, is donating medicines to those in need. To channel your 12th house energy and to protect yourself, your spouse, your pets, your siblings, any charity actually done anonymously this week or this month will bring luck. So, to all the intuitive nurturers of the zodiac, wishing a week of profound wisdom, quiet strength, and protective grace as you navigate these transits. And if you want to have a deeper look to your personal birth chart or need tailored guidance to for your current planetary dasha or periods, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all the Cancerians. Welcome to all the Leo rising. Leo, we have five transits this week. Three of them belongs to the moon and two of the major planetary transit, which is bringing a lot of action to all of us. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. So on August 2nd, the moon joins Saturn in the sign of Pisces into your 8th house. So joint finances, deeper emotional dynamics needs careful handling. Saturn can bring quiet caution, but exalted Jupiter is aspecting. So Jupiter's protective aspect shields you from major anxiety. So handle shared assets calmly and trust your inner emotional resilience. Now on August 4th, the moon shifts into Aries, into your ninth house. Your optimism bounces back strongly, bringing luck, spirituality, and clarity, even your higher learning, and an uplifting way of motivation. These are good 2 days to call that mentor that you have been avoiding on having no time, or have a heart to heart chat with your father or with your mentor. Now, on August 7th, Moon is entering Taurus into your 10th house of your career. So, your week, this week wraps up with a high note, spotlighting your career goals, executive leadership, and professional recognition. So, plan what you want to do next, especially for your career, and you're all set for the weeks to come. Now, the first major transit is happening on August 2nd when Mars, your fourth lord of home and ninth lord of fortune, is entering Gemini in your 11th house of gains. And let's see what all can happen. Now, transiting an Upchaya house, house of growth, where fiery planets excel. And as your Yogakarka, Mars, ruling your fourth house and ninth house, very important houses for you. So, this is a powerful window for financial growth and goals achievements. Now, fortune flows through professional network or through your education, through your father, through your mentors, opening high level doors and expanding your reach, provided you keep your group communication assertive without turning aggressive. Now, because Mars transit 8th position away from its 4th house, expect sudden income makeover opportunities, domestic renovation, or property advice supported by friends or family, or especially with your from coming from elder sibling. Now, expect gains and support from social circle, friends, mentors. And if you're on social media, this is a good week to launch that niche segment or any new thing that you want to launch. The Mars in the 11th house casts powerful aspects on your second house of wealth, forming a potential Dhan Yoga. 11th and second, these are the two houses all astrologers look at when people ask about wealth. And all these both these houses are now getting connected by your yoga karka, so it's a good news. And while its aspect on the sixth house creates a Shatru Hanta effect to crush workplace opposition and competitive exams, good for students preparing for exam. Now, only from the health standpoint, watch out for calf, lower leg, lower back, ankle strain, and manage internal body heat to keep your gut digestion smooth and comfortable. Now, the next transit is on August 5th when Mercury, your second lord of wealth and 11th lord of gains, enters Cancer in your 12th house. You are looking at it. Earlier, how this is happening again, your second and 11th lord is getting connected. Mercury is so important planet for you, and it is joining the sun and exalted Jupiter here. This is going to be a fantastic transit for you. Now, as both your wealth second lord and gains 11th lord are getting into 12th house, which is a expenditure where bhava, your thinking will turn inward, behind the scene planning and strategic reflection and private long term goals. Now, financial opportunity connects strongly, very strongly with foreign clients, MNC role, distant places, distant clients, export, import, or remote work, working behind the scene. Though you must stay mindful of unexpected family commitments or hidden expenses that can come from nowhere. Now, Mercury in a water sign can color financial logic with some emotions, leading to overthinking. So, pausing before reacting allows exalted Jupiter's presence to resolve small family misunderstanding gracefully, if any. Now, keep a watch on spending or expenditure, especially on family and friends this week. Do it with your clear head and with a loving heart. Now, combine aspects from the 12th house stellium, because there are three planets, onto your sixth house. Everybody's looking at the sixth house, and Mars is also aspecting the sixth house. Four planets are looking at your sixth house. And this is an extraordinary window for what? For wiping out your debts, refining your daily habits, engaging deep in seva, meditation, or sadhana. And this is excellent window that your enemies will retreat, and you don't need to even take a fight with them. So all in all, it's a good transit now, because 12th house rules rest and eyes. Protect your sleep cycle from late night overthinking, guard against screen time, eye strain, and maintain clean dietary habits to avoid gut sensitivity. Now, with this, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high. Your Lagna Lord Sun is joined by exalted Jupiter in the Upchaya house. This is very good. Career and finance is high. It's forming a Dhan Yoga this week, and it will remain for the month. And social life is high. 11th house is all active, and love is medium. Mars is aspecting your fifth house. Calls for patience and romance, especially with your kids. And health is medium, heavy 12th house, planetary activation, lot of activation or planets in the 12th house. So maintain your sleep hygiene and manage your body heat and avoid exhaustion. One more remedy I want to share with you here is channel your high drive into morning sunlight and regular physical movements to maintain strong vitality and protect your heart health. Stay generous with your support, but set a clear boundary so that you don't burn yourself out carrying everyone's else's load. Because Leo, you are very royal native who wants to help everybody. So, to all the radiant leaders of the zodiac, wishing you a week of financial breakthrough, steady confidence, and quiet wisdom as you navigate these transits. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need any tailored guidance, you can always contact me on the details given on the screen. All the best to all the Leo rising. Welcome to all the Virgo rising. Virgos, we have five transit this week. Three of them belongs to the moon, and the remaining two are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon as usual, of the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. On August 2nd, moon will join Saturn in the sign of Pisces in your seventh house. So your one-on-one relationship demands patience and realistic expectation. While Saturn brings a sober tone to partnership, exalted Jupiter's grace helps resolve misunderstandings smoothly. So listen deeply and maintain calm. Supportive communication and gains in business is very much possible. Now on August 4th, when Moon shifts into Aries, in your eighth house, your focus turns inward, asking you to handle joint finances, research, and emotional transformation with quite care. Mood can deepen with some intense questions and reflective mode. Like, it's good time to sort things internally. So, I'm a Virgo rising. These 2 days, I will take a diary and pen and think about what I have to do in future and reflect what I have done till now and how do I want to maybe value add to my life. Now on August 7th, Moon will enter Taurus in its exalted sign in your ninth house. This is very good. So while the week finishes, it's on a luck and fortune note, inspiring higher wisdom, travel, and spiritual clarity. So, good 2 days to chat with your father, with your mentor, or visiting your religious place, or just going for a trip, or maybe reading a book. Now, the first transit for this week is happening on August 2nd, when Mars, your third lord of efforts and eighth lord of transformation, is entering Gemini in the 10th house of career. So, here is what to expect. First is 10th house is the Upchaya house, transiting an Upchaya house where Mars gains Digbal, directional strength. Your career drives sharply, it intensifies, giving you the assertiveness and authority to step into visible leadership role. Now, because Mars rules your third house, your presentation, negotiation, and written work carry a powerful competitive edge, making this phenomenal for content creators, marketers, and short business travel, even anyone who is wanting to present or pitch anything this week. Now, as your eighth lord is in the 10th house, so suddenness is going to the house of career. Mars can trigger sudden job moves or hidden career shifts, a role change, requiring real courage to safeguard your reputation and navigate potential tips with seniors strategically. Role change is also possible. Maybe you get into a new project, which requires a lot of action. Now, intuitively, you would be able to read things at workplace. Doing research for your next project or presentation will be a very good idea and it will favor for your position at work. Now, Mars will aspect first, fourth, and fifth house, supporting your property deals and speculative investment. Though you must handle domestic friction calmly while resolving personal confusion on how to conduct yourself. Because when Mars will aspect first house, normally people get very active, hyper agitated, and a lot of energy push is there. Now, fourth house is your mother. So have calm conversation with your mother or with family members. Fifth house is your own intelligence and kids and romantic partners. So when Mars is aspecting there, you just need to calm down and watch your tone, especially with your romantic partner. Also, kids, long working hours under this high octane transit can physically strain your body, especially your lower back, making it essential to watch your knees also, maybe joints, which 11th house represents, and stomach, as anything that whenever we are stressed, our stomach and gut will always come into the picture. Now, the second transit for this week is happening on 5th of August, very, very busy week, when Mercury, your own Lagna Lord and 10th Lord, excellent planet for you, will enter Cancer in your 11th house of gains. Now, if you can see, Mercury is joining exalted Jupiter there and Sun, and it is creating a magnificent stellium. So, as both your Lagna Lord and 10th Lord entering the 11th house of gains, your core identity and career directly gets linked to expand your revenue stream, professional network, and your foreign opportunity. And yes, to the gains as well. Your social visibility rises and influential figures begin finding you, making this an extraordinary window for career promotion, expanding your reach, and building high value business connection. Now, with the 12th Lord Sun and even Ketu is, influencing from that house, touching your 11th house of humanitarian work. So, engaging in quiet, anonymous charity and or supporting to a greater cause, which you can very well do, Virgo, can bring deep protection and spiritual alignment. Try it out. Now, concentrated aspect from Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter is aspecting fifth house. Even Mars is also aspecting fifth house. Four planets are aspecting your fifth house, creating a brilliant burst of creative intelligence, romantic warmth, and success in strategic investment, and very good for your kids. Now, a good period for planning kids If you don't have, you can start planning your kids. And if you already have kids, then a very good time for them, especially to learn and to shine. Going abroad for their higher education can also be planned this month, starting this week. Now, because Mercury sits in watery sign, guard against analytical overthinking, because Mercury is our intelligence and communication, and it's an air sign. And when it goes into water sign, our communication and thinking becomes a bit emotional. And anyway, Virgo, you overthink, so you need to take care of that, especially regarding money or friendships, while managing physical strain in your calves, lower legs, ankles, and lower back. Personal is high, Lagna Lord Mercury in the 11th house of gains, which is good. Then career and finance is high. There's a direct link between 10th Lord and the 11th house of gains. So, yes, social is high. 11th house is all exalted Jupiter, and you yourself going to the 11th. Then love is medium, because so many planets are aspecting the 5th house. Sparkling, deep, creative, and romantic energy is provided. But avoid over analyzing your feelings or overthinking interaction. Health is medium. So don't overthink, don't overstress, and because you are so active this week, so there is fatigue coming to you. So take care of your lower back, your knees, your ankles, and take few breaks to recharge in between. One more remedy I want to share with you, Virgos, is this week doing anonymous acts of charity. To channel your 11th house planetary energy into pure blessings. So, to all the analytical masterminds of the zodiac, wishing you um, a week of massive career momentum, financial gains, and meaningful success as you navigate this transit. And if you want a deeper look to your personal chart, or you need a tailored guidance for your own current planetary periods or dasha, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the very best to all our Go Rising. Welcome to all the Libra Rising. Libra, we have five transit this week. Three belongs to the moon, and the remaining two are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you are going to feel this week. Now, on August 2nd, Moon is joining Saturn into the sign of Pisces, into your sixth house, which is workplace duties and wellness routine, which requires discipline effort. Now, Saturn highlights daily responsibility, but you can see Jupiter is being supportive and aspecting, which will provide effective solutions. So, tackle your task list methodically and stick to grounded health habits. Now, on August 4th, the moon shifts into Aries, into your seventh house. Your attention turns towards dynamic one on one interaction, bringing balance and warmth to business and personal partnership. These are good 2 days to work out business detail, facing clients, making presence, making that presentation. Going for that pitch, and also having conversation with your partner. Whenever moon is in seventh, it's a good time to spend time with your spouse or with your partner. Now, on August 7th, the moon is entering Taurus in its exalted sign into your eighth house. So it's a very deeply, very intuitive and encouraging quiet research. Also, emotional transformation and joint financial planning is a good idea these 2 days. So, what you can do these 2 days is look at things which you have been ignoring, like your studies, your research, or watching your bank statement, looking at your finances, viewing your personal goals. This will be very good, and Moon will be supporting it. Now, the first transit this week is when on August 2nd, when Mars, your Lord of Wealth and seventh Lord of Partnership, second Lord of Wealth and seventh Lord of Partnership, is entering Gemini in your ninth house of luck and higher learning. So, you will feel a powerful pull to take bold personal decisions regarding long distance travel, publishing, teaching, higher education, pushing long delayed future plans into motion. Now, connecting your second lord of assets to your ninth house of fortune is strongly supports your wealth accumulation. Luck is joining the house of wealth. So, this is a good one. As your seventh lord sits into your ninth house, your spouse or business partner will initiate important conversation about your shared future or long-term direction, or even some values which you can exchange. They may bring good news and you may feel lucky to have them. And while but your father's health may need extra care, so watch out for that. Now, Mars from here will aspect 12th, 3rd, and 4th house, aiding property deals or a home renovation, but keep foreign expenses controlled. Handle sibling chats also with lot of patience. Now, physical exertion under this transit can create body strain. So, guard against minor injuries or tension, especially in your hips, thighs, and lower back. Now, the second transit of this week is happening on August 5th, when Mercury, your ninth lord of fortune and 12th lord of foreign, is entering Cancer sign in your 10th house of career. So, let's see what to expect here. As your ninth lord enters the 10th house, a brilliant Dharma Karma Raj Yoga is getting formed here, aligning your career with higher purpose while opening doors through a mentor, through a guide, through your father's blessing, through your ancestors' blessing. Actually, luck is walking into your career house, which is very good. Now, acting as your 12th lord into the 10th house, Mercury activates foreign job offers, remote assignments, behind the scene projects. The golden rule here is but to keep new initiatives quiet, hush hush, until fully executed. And this is an excellent period for to get a job overseas as well. Now, intellect meets wisdom in your career house as Mercury pairs with exalted Jupiter through sitting in a water sign can color workplace clarity with emotions, making it vital to pause before reacting to office stress. Don't overthink on that email which your manager or colleague has sent. Nothing to worry. This is a good week. Now, combined aspects from Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Mars all flood your fourth house of home, mother, and property, making this an extraordinary fortunate window for real estate dealing and household stability, renting out that place which was which you were not able to rent out, or buying some property, buying vehicle, buying home electronics, even renovating a small corner into your home. This is all very favored. Now, long working hours and high professional demands under the stellium requires extra care, so watch your physical fatigue, joint strength, and tightness in your knees or lower back, because this is a very busy week for all of us. Now, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high. A potent dharma karma alignment is happening, exchange between ninth and 10th houses, not exchange but connection. So, this is giving extraordinary wisdom, grace, and purpose driven focus. Career and finance is high. Exalted Jupiter alongside with your ninth lord brings major career breakthrough, foreign job possibilities, and strong financial luck. Social is medium, love is medium. Seventh lord in ninth is actually a good one. A lot of discussion can happen with your partner and can bring harmony. Health is medium. Manage career induced strain by watching your knees, hips, and lower back while keeping your diet balanced and soothing. Now, one more remedy here is general remedy which you can do is honoring your mentors or gurus, your elders, or offering white sweets to needy. Strengthen your Lagna Lord Venus and activate. This will activate actually your ninth house. So, to all the diplomatic pacemakers of the zodiac, wishing you a week of professional elevation, fortunate breakthrough, and deep alignment as you navigate these transits. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart, which or need a tailored guidance or to your current planetary period of dasha, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all the Libra rising. Welcome to all the Scorpio rising. Scorpio, we have 5 transit this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon, and remaining 2 are major planetary moves bringing lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. Now, on 2nd of August, the moon joins Saturn in the sign of Pisces in your fifth house. So, creative work or discussion with children takes a serious focused tone, even with your romantic partner. Saturn demands structured effort, but you can see exalted Jupiter is aspecting Pisces, which infuses your mind with deep insights. So, channel your energy into patient, high quality intellectual projects, and keep calm while talking to your kids or to with your romantic partner. Now on August 4th, when the moon shifts into Aries in your sixth house, your focus turns towards tackling daily work tasks, organizing your desk, your routine, and managing wellness. These are great 2 days to look at your to-do list and sort all the pending items. Moon will highly support this. Now on August 7th, Moon is entering Taurus in its exalted sign into your seventh house of your marriage and spouse. So this is the time when there is a deep emotional connection with your partner, or bonding with your partner, harmony and warmth in partnership will be felt. This is excellent time for maybe plan a getaway or plan a romantic dinner. Now the first transit of this week is happening on August 2nd when Mars, your Lagna Lord and your sixth Lord is entering in the sign of Gemini into the eighth house of transformation. As your sixth lord enters the eighth house, a powerful Vipreet Raj Yoga is getting formed, meaning major breakthrough, competitive victories, and success will emerge directly out of initial obstacles. And this is an unshakable window for deep healing, therapy, or occult research, allowing you to use Gemini's analytical mindset to dissect, understand, and permanently release buried emotional resentment. This is a very powerful transit. I hope you're making a note of it. Now, you will direct strong energy towards restructuring loan, taxes, insurance payouts, or mutual investment. Audit every piece of paperwork carefully and avoid hasty, uncalculated verbal commitment. Mars aspects your 11th and second house, driving financial gains, very good for wealth creation, while warning against the blunt speech, especially with in laws or spouse. Its exalted 8th aspect is going on the Capricorn in your third house, which converts anxiety into raw courage. Now, because Lagna Lord sits in the Dushtana, in one of the tricky house, guard against low BP, low blood pressure, fatigue, or infections. Drive carefully and protect your lower abdomen and your reproductive health. You should watch for it. Now, the second transit happens on August 5th when Mercury, your 8th Lord of Transformation and 11th Lord of Gains, enters in the sign of Cancer in your ninth house, and it is joining Sun and exalted Jupiter here. So you can see three planets in the ninth house. So, a surge of higher wisdom and intuitive clarity arrives as your 11th Lord of cash flow enters the ninth house of luck and fortune, opening lucrative international deals and foreign consulting projects. Your efforts yield significant gains through writing, blogging, public speaking, and publishing. While student facing higher education exam will find exceptional success under this intellectual alignment. Now, this transit paves a smooth path for visa processing, long distance travel, or any religious pilgrimage you're planning, or even for higher studies. But be sure to check on your father's health. Now, concentrated aspects from Sun, Mercury, exalted Jupiter from your ninth will look at your third house of courage, multiplying your communication skills and willpower to launch independent projects successfully. A lot of courage you're going to feel this week. Now, while with Mercury in water sign, sign of Cancer, ground your emotion, intuition with practical logic. So, overthinking doesn't eat into your rest because Mercury is the lord of intelligence and communication, and it's an air sign. And when it gets into a water sign like Cancer, you can get into a mode of overthinking. But anyway, exalted Jupiter will come for rescue, if any. So, personal is medium. Your Lagna Lord in the eighth house will bring deep internal restructuring. So honor your body's energy levels and avoid overexertion. Career and finance is very high. A Vipreet Rajog paired with 11th Lord into the ninth house will trigger cash flow, especially foreign, if you're connected to foreign in any way. Major financial breakthrough is expected starting this week for this month. Social is medium, love is high, and health is low because Lagna Lord is going to the eighth house. You need caution, so drive carefully, avoid rushing with tools, and protect your lower abdominal health. Now, one more remedy I want to share here with you is practice letting go of the need to control every outcome in your relationship, especially with your relationship. Because also protect your peace by avoiding impulsive financial or emotional risk. Another thing you can do is chanting Hanuman Chalisa daily, if possible, to transform 8,000 intensity into pure physical protection and spiritual power. All of this is because 8,000 is a bit tricky. So, to all the resilient transformers of the zodiac, wishing you a week of unshakable courage, foreign gains, and profound healing as you navigate these transits. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart, or if you need any tailored guidance into your current dasha or planetary period, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all the Scorpions. Welcome to all the Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius, we have 5 transit this week. 3 belongs to the moon, and remaining 2 are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with moon. the planet of emotions and feeling, to see how you're going to feel this week. On August 2nd, the moon enters the sign of Pisces in your fourth house and joins Saturn. So, domestic responsibility or mother's care bring emotional weight. Saturn calls for quiet patience at home, but we can see exalted the Lord Jupiter is aspecting, so the grace maintains underlying peace. So, protect your personal rest and offer calm support to your family member, especially to your mother. Now, on August 4th, when Moon shifts into Aries into your fifth house, your creative vitality surges, sparking joy in romance, intelligence, and playful connection with your kids. These are two good days to go out and socialize as well. Now, on August 7th, with the Moon entering Taurus, its exalted sign into your sixth house, your this week will finish. On an empowering note, giving you victory over daily task routine and your health regime. Fantastic time to work on your to-do list and sort things for your future. Now, the next transit or a major transit this week is on August 2nd when Mars, your fifth lord of intelligence and 12th lord of foreign, is entering into the sign of Gemini in your seventh house of marriage. So let's see what to expect here. Your one-on-one relationships takes on extra heat, making you far more direct and assertive in business conversation and personal discussion. So you need to mind your tone and directness. That shouldn't turn into friction, but should help productively. Now, linking your fifth and 12th lord into seventh house brings topics around romantic plans, children needs, or foreign travel with your spouse into sharp focus alongside potential foreign client deals as well. Handle business partnership and marital dynamics with patience, understanding, because the seventh house receive intense fire. So pay close attention to your spouse physical health as well, in their emotional well-being, as 12th house represents hospital and 7th house belongs to the spouse. And when there is a direct aspect of connection, you have to take care of the health of your spouse and health of your marriage as well. Now, Mars aspect the 10th house of your career, your first house of body, and second house of family wealth, boosting professional momentum, which is there, and while warning against blunt words in family discussion. So overall, you have to pay attention on how you're communicating with your loved ones. Now, from health standpoint, watch your lower abdomen, kidney, and lower back. Taking preventive measures to stay properly hydrated throughout this transit is very, very important. Now, the second transit for this week is on August 5th, when Mercury, your seventh lord of partnership and 10th lord of career, is entering into sign of Cancer in your eighth house. And there is Sun and exalted Jupiter here. So you can see three planets in the eighth house. So as your 10th lord of career and status enter the eighth house of transformation, so expect sudden career shifts, job change, role change, or hidden professional opportunities. And while your seventh lord brings spouse income, in-laws, and joint assets also into the focus. Now, this heavy eighth house stellium pulls your mind toward deep research, psychology, healing, and occult topics. Very good for you. And even joint investment or inheritance deals. All this will come to the surface, and it's a good week to plan and talk about it. Now, Mercury in a water sign can color financial logic with emotional overthinking. Now, Mercury is the lord of intelligence and communication. It's a air sign. When it gets into a water sign like Cancer, you can overthink, especially wherever it is placed, things related to that house. But a good news is exalted Jupiter's presence is there, which is acting like a shield, ensuring small family friction or money related tension can get resolved very gracefully. Now, four planets are aspecting Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and even Mars is aspecting our second house of wealth and family, your speech and your diet. Now, bringing strong financial inflows alongside a need for mindful speech and cleaning. Now, prioritize physical wellness by protecting your reproductive organs, lower abdomen, and urinary health. Get preventive checkup if anything feels off. Now, with this, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is medium, career and finance very high. 10th Lord and 8th house paired with intense second house aspect connection triggers sudden professional shifts, joint assets, growth, and lot of cash flow. Now, social life is medium, love is medium, health is low. Dual focus on 7th and 8th house, health zones requires active care. Kidney, lower abdomen, especially lower back. And one more remedy I want to share with you is channel high mental energy into complex problem solving. Use your eighth house. Maybe focus learning, research, reading, or strategic planning to keep stress from turning into overthinking, and protect your peace at home with firm work life boundaries, and keep your major financial or personal moves private until they are completely final. So, to all the visionary seeker of the zodiac, you are a visionary and you're also seeker, which is so nice. Wishing you a week of wisdom, steady patience, and transformative breakthrough coming from the eighth house as you navigate this transit. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal chart, feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all of you. Welcome to all the Capricorn rising. Capricorn, we have 5 transit this week. 3 belongs to the moon, and remaining 2 are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. On August 2nd, moon will be in Pisces in the third house and joins Saturn here. So, heavy communication, paperwork, or sibling matters require steady focus, while Jupiter's protective aspect ensures your hard work pays off. So, stay organized, take measured steps, and speak with deliberate care. On August 4th, when the moon shifts into Aries into your fourth house, your focus turn inward toward domestic comfort, your mother, property matter, and emotional grounding. Now, on August 7th, when moon enters Taurus in its exaltation sign in your fifth house, very, very good time. Your week can end on a joyful, creative note. Lifting romance and intelligence will be good idea for a entertaining weekend with your loved ones. A good time spent with your kids or with your romantic partner. Now, the first transit for this week is happening on August 2nd, when Mars, your fourth lord of home and 11th lord of gains, is entering Gemini into your sixth house of daily routine. So, here is what to expect. Transiting through an Upchaya house, house of growth, sixth house is an Upchaya house where malefic planets excel and they do very well. Now, Mars gives you an unstoppable Shatru Hanta, drive to crush workplace competition, clear legal dispute, health issues, and master heavy workload. As your 11th Lord in 6th house, income opportunity flows through problem solving, freelancing, and consulting. While 4th Lord energy calls for a gentle tone you should use with your colleagues and your family members, and also watch out for your mother's health. Now, Mars aspects your 9th house of Dharma, 12th house of hidden expenses, and 1st house of yourself, your body vitality, infusing your personality with sharp focus while warning against physical overexertion or burnout. Now, expect a win or gains if you are handling or going dealing with any court legal case. If you're expecting a result coming this week, as Mars is there in the sixth house, who is your second lord of wealth and 11th lord of gain, it will ensure that money is coming to you or you're winning the case. Now, your health standpoint, what's your stomach, digestion, and gut health? Very, very carefully. Mars is a very fiery planet, and in the sixth house, which is of our stomach and gut, so it can trigger inflammation, acidity, heat, or things related to your digestion. So don't neglect your diet. Now, the next transit for this week is on August 5th, when your sixth lord of daily routine and ninth lord of luck is entering in the sign of Cancer in your seventh house, and it is joining Sun and exalted Jupiter. So, if you can see on the screen, there are three planets in your seventh house. Now, as your ninth lord luck enters in the seventh house, a beautiful dharma connection is getting formed. Advice from mentors, father, or even from your spouse can unlock long distance travel or open a major door of fortune or give you some opportunity or get some good news. Now, sun's fire in a watery sign may spark minor emotional flare up or ego clashes in partnership, but because exalted Jupiter is also here, will act as a divine shield. But do watch out for your tone in communication, especially with your spouse and partner. Serving as the sixth Lord Mercury brings daily workload discussion and spouse health into focus. So pay attention on them and immediately book a doctor's appointment if needed. Now, there are 4 combined planetary aspects like Sun, Mercury, Jupiter from the 7th, and Mars is also aspecting your first house, your body. So, action, intelligence, passion, and wisdom all are blessing you together. This will elevate your public presence, your personal authority, though you must handle your energy with care and prevent exhaustion. Pay close attention to your lower back, lower abdomen, kidney, urinary system, and stay well hydrated and practice consistent daily self care under this heavy planetary aspect. Now, with this, let's look at your weekly indicator. Personal is high. Four planets aspecting first house gives you undeniable charisma, executive leadership, and powerful personal drive. Career is high. Sixth lord is Upchaya house. Mars paired with ninth lord of luck. Fortune connection is here, which will bring lucrative consulting deals or problem solving income and growth. Now, social is medium. Love is high. Exalted Jupiter in the seventh. Health is medium. Protect your, especially your gut and stomach acidity. Keep your kidneys hydrated. One more remedy I want to share here with you is this week is chanting Hanuman Chalisa or offering maybe food, water to the needy. So, to all the discipline strategies of the zodiac, wishing you a week of victorious breakthrough, fortune backed partnership, and steady strength as you navigate these transits. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal chart, birth chart, or you need a tailored guidance for your own current planetary dasha or period, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on the screen. All the best to all the Capricorn rising. Welcome to all the Aquarius rising. Aquarius, we have five transit this week. Three of them belongs to the moon, and the remaining two are major planetary moves, bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with Moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how we are going to feel this. On August 2nd, Moon will be in the sign of Pisces in second house, and it will join Saturn there. So, financial planning and family discussion requires a pragmatic touch. Saturn urges budget restraint, but exalted Jupiter is also watching and expecting, which will bring underlying financial safety and wise counsel. So, avoid impulsive spending and focus on long term security. Now, on August 4th, when the moon shifts into Aries into your third house, your vitality and motivation surges. Sparkling proactive initiatives will come to you. Writing and skill based projects, very good. You can initiate or send those emails which you were hesitant to send previously. Now, on August 7th, with moon entering Taurus in its exaltation sign in your fourth house, this is like wrapping your week with a smoothing, comfortable note, bringing peace and emotional grounding at home. So this is a good time to have a fantastic time with the family members, making the most of it. Maybe cook a meal with your mother or just relax. Now the next transit, or I can say the first major transit for this week, is happening on August 2nd when Mars is your third lord of efforts and 10th lord of career, very important, enters Gemini into your fifth house of creativity. So let's see what all can happen for you. As Mars is a planet of action and the third lord of courage and the 10th lord of career for you. So the first thing that can happen is giving you a surge of confidence in taking a creative initiative at work, especially if you are an artist, a creator, a mentor, or generally the one who is waiting to introduce great things at work, in also publishing or showcasing your work. Now, linking your 10th Lord of Career with the 5th house of creativity blends professional ambition with creative passion, opening new doors where your unique voice and intellect takes the center stage. Now, because your third lord enters the fifth house, your speech carries an edge, your communication carries an edge. Watch your tone, especially in romantic chats, and avoid being overly harsh or demanding with your kids, especially their daily routine, health, education, whatever. And watch your tone with your romantic partner as well. Now, Mars aspects 8th house of joint assets, 11th house of network and gains, and 12th house of expenditure and rest. So, driving income momentum while warning against uncalculated hidden spending can be there. Expect some gains also, but watch your expenditure. 12th house is expenditure, that is how. Now, from a health perspective, manage internal body heat to protect your stomach. Fifth house is our stomach. Digestion, even fourth is involved heart region and upper back from physical strain. Now, the next transit for this week is on August 5th when Mercury, your fifth lord of intellect and eighth lord of transformation, enters Cancer in the sixth house. And we can see Sun is there and exalted Jupiter is also there in your sixth house. Three planets are there. So, as your eighth lord enters sixth house, this is creating a powerful Viparit Raj Yoga, allowing your intuition to see through workplace complexity, resolving chronic health issues, which will turn obstacle into victories for you. Now, Mercury is very logical and practical sign, and so it sharpens your daily routine, auditing, and problem solving skills from your sixth house. Though sitting in a water sign, Mercury is air sign, sitting into water sign can color logic with emotion. So pause before reacting to small workplace disagreement. Don't overthink on that work email which is disturbing you. Forget about it. Now with Sun and Mercury in water sign. Now Sun is also in the water sign. Sun is a fire planet. Small workplace tensions or colleagues can friction can surface, but you see Jupiter is also sitting there with a bit of grace is there, ensuring this disputes resolve smoothly and gracefully. Now combined aspects from Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, and even Mars is looking at your 12th house. Too many eyes on 12th house of rest and foreign. So, bringing foreign deals, remote projects, and hidden financial commitments into focus while requiring active sleep protection. Now, pay close attention to your stomach, gut health, digestion, maintain a clean, soothing diet to prevent digestive sensitivity under this heavy sixth house activation. Now, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high, 10th Lord Mars in 5th house paired with an exalted 4th house moon ending this week gives you creative confidence, mental drive, and inner peace. Very good for personal. Career is very high. This Viprit Raj Yog paired with Mars, expecting 11th house drives problem solving victories, 6th house, and there are foreign gains, 12th house is connected. There's a lot of momentum this week. Social is high, Mars in your fifth, aspecting 11th. Very good. Energizing your network gains and social connection. Love is medium. Health is low. See, if everything is fine and health is low, then you won't be able to enjoy Aquarius. So pay attention to your health, especially your food and digestion and your night sleep. Now, one more remedy for you here is chanting Shani Mantra, your ruler, or maybe Hanuman Chalisa, or engage in selfless service, seva, to strengthen your Lagna Lord Saturn. He loves when people have dedicated, disciplined, and they help others. So, to all the visionary innovators of the zodiac, wishing you a week of creative breakthrough, strategic workplace victory, and deep inner clarity as you navigate through this transit. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need tailored guidance, for your current planetary dasha or period, please feel free to connect with me. All the best to all the Aquarius. Welcome to all the Pisces rising. Pisces, we have 5 transit this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and remaining 2 are major planetary moves, which is bringing a lot of action this week. But let us start with the moon, the planet of emotions and feelings, to see how you're going to feel this week. So on August 2nd, the moon joins Saturn on your Lagna in the first house in the sign of Pisces. The week opens up deeply reflective, so on a sober note. While Saturn demands self-discipline and firm personal boundaries, exalted Jupiter is aspecting and its own sign, so granting you profound wisdom and inner strength. So pace yourself calmly and honor your physical limits. On 4th of August, when the moon shifts into Aries in your second house of wealth, your focus turns towards family wealth, financial planning, speech, and your core values. A very good day to spend time with family members or look at your bank statements or taking care of your financial plan. Then on August 7th, the moon is entering Taurus in its exaltation sign in the third house. Of if we consider this week will finish on an empowering note, boosting your courage, communication skill, and creative projects. Whenever moon goes to the third house, you express things beautifully and you like to or you want to express things, especially to your loved one. Now, the first transit of this week is when Mars enters the sign of Gemini into your fourth house of home and domestic peace. And Mars is your second lord of wealth and ninth lord of luck. Very important planet for you. Now, as Mars, your second lord of wealth and ninth lord of fortune, enters your fourth house of home and domestic life. Family environment and property matters come into sharp focus. Shifts occur within your home environment, such as renovation or maybe family realignment. Linking your ninth lord to the fourth house brings father or mother's health also in picture. Dharmic discussions can happen, or family spiritual rituals will also come into focus. Maybe you arrange a ritual, a puja at your place, or havan, or maybe uh, everybody in the family goes for your religious place, but it requires care and emotional comfort, especially to your mother. Now, as second house represents speech and Mars is a fiery planet, watch your tone with your mentors and family members. Mars aspects your seventh house of marriage, 10th house of career, and 11th house of gains. So, sparking possibilities for joint real estate investment or property purchases, renting your place, renovating your place, anything to do with your property, especially along with your spouse. You can do that. Now, from health perspective, protect your chest area, heart region, and emotional balance from internal heat or stress by maintaining peaceful, grounded home atmosphere. As Mars, your second lord of wealth and ninth lord of fortune, enters your fourth house of home and domestic life, family environment and property matters comes into sharp focus and shifts occurs within your home environment, such as maybe small renovation or some realignment in your family life. Now, linking your ninth lord to the fourth house, this is very good, bringing father's or mother's health in focus, but dharmic discussions or family spiritual rituals into focus. So maybe you perform a Havana puja at home, but your mother's emotional comfort you need to take care. Mars is a very fiery planet, and second house represents our speech. So watch your tone with your mentor, father, guru, and your family members. The Mars aspects your seventh house of marriage, 10th house of career, and 11th house of gains. So sparking possibilities for joint real estate investment or joint shared assets or property purchases along with your spouse or your partner. Now, from a health perspective, protect your chest, heart region, and emotional balance from internal heat or stress by maintaining a peaceful, grounded home atmosphere because Mars is Mars at the end of it. So, let's look at the second transit. Now, second transit, your fourth lord of home and seventh lord of partnership, Mercury, is entering into Cancer on August 5th in your fifth house. Now, fifth house is our creativity, and Sun and exalted Jupiter is also there in your fifth house right now. So, this is a rare grace field fifth house combo is getting formed as your seven lord of marriage joins your exalted Lagna lord and sun, creating extraordinary window for creative writing or romantic bonding or even good for your for children's joy. Now, linking your fourth and seventh lord into fifth house brings supportive discussions about joint property, investment, family planning, long term romantic commitments, and financial gain. While Mercury is an air sign and is getting into water sign, can cause emotional overthinking or reading partner's messages or partner through, of more feeling than logic, but because exalted Jupiter's presence is there, which will ensure that the at the end of it harmony will prevail. Now, concentrated aspect energy from Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, all three of them. Even Mars is looking at your 11th house of gains. Too many eyes on the 11th house of gains, which is good, multiplying your income stream and long term wishes and network rewards. Now, pay close attention to your stomach, heart region, your back, and your diet, and avoid carrying unnecessary mental stress spices under high energy activation. Now, let's look at your weekly indicator. Personal is high. Exalted Lagna, Lord Jupiter is in fifth house, grants profound creative intelligence, radiant joy, and intuitive wisdom. Career is high, social is high, love is also high, health is medium. So take care of your health. One more general remedy for this week is chanting mantras because your fifth house represents mantra chanting. Chant any mantra of your choice to channel this sacred fifth house grace. Now, so to all the compassionate visionaries of the zodiac, to all the sweethearts of the zodiac, wishing you a week of grace filled joy, financial gains, deep creative fulfillment. As fifth house is so active as you navigate through this transit. And if you want to take a deeper look into your personal birth chart or need a tailored guidance from your planetary dasha, current planetary dasha, please feel free to connect with me on the contact details given on this screen. All the best to all the Pisces rising.